Hello everyone, and welcome to this video on using SciFinderN to find articles, book chapters, or conference papers. SciFinderN calls them references. Okay, before we start, a quick note on accessing SciFinderN. Unlike most of our other databases, which don't require an account beyond your university login information, you have to create an account to get into SciFinderN. And this account needs to be set up using your university email address. Alright, and we'll see you in there. Okay everyone, here we are in SciFinderN. This is the home screen that you see when you log in. And you can tell you're logged in because it should have your name up here in the corner. Let's have a look at this home screen before we do any searching. So staying up here at the top, we've got a button to see your search history. Once you do a few searches, you can see those at the bottom as well, but you can click on this history button to look at those. If you have any saved searches, that's also up here at the top. Coming over to the left under searching for, we can see that we've got quite a few options here. In this video, we're just going to be looking at references, which is for articles, book chapters, and conference papers. But you can see that we have some other searches here too. We could do a search for substances, reactions, suppliers, biosequences, and retrosynthesis. All right, we're going to leave the references highlighted because that's what we're doing in this video. And we've got our search box here in the middle. And we're going to search today for graphite and mineralogy. So let me type that in. Okay, there's graphite. We want to put our different search terms in different boxes. So we'll click down here to the second one. Okay, and you'll notice that these are joined together with the AND Boolean operator. You can click here to change that if you need to do that for your search. We're going to leave it at AND, but we are going to change this. It defaults to the author's last name as your second search box, and that's not what we want. So we are going to change that so that it's included in the abstracts and keywords. And then it looks like we need to type it again, so let's do that. Okay, so as I said, we've got keywords here. We changed that so that it says keywords and abstract instead of the author's last name. But if you can see up here, it also lets you search for these other things. If you don't have keywords, then you can search by the chemical identification number, the patent number, things like that. But we are all ready to press search and see what we get. Okay, so here is our search results page for graphite and mineralogy as keywords. We've got about 300 things in our search results. And we've got some filters or limiters over here at the side if we wanted to do some further refinements. One of the first things they've got here is the document type. If you know you just need a journal article, you can click to limit to that. But book chapters and conference papers and things like that are over here as well. If we scroll down, we can see some of the other filters. You can look by the substance role, the language, the publication year. There's some other ones down here as well that you can expand and use those to further limit your search. Let's go back up to the top. All right, and let's click on one of these to look at the article page. Let's do this one here, number 3. Okay, so this has the details about the particular resource. In this case, it's a journal article. It tells you over here on the side. It also tells you what the name of the journal is, the volume issue number, the things that you'll need to do the citation. It has the DOI over here as well, which oftentimes you'll need to do the citation. Okay, other things that we have on this page aside from the citation information, up at the top, if you wanted to save this to your account, as I said, you have to be logged in. So if you want to save this, then you can click this little bell, and next time you log in, then you can go back to your saved searches and find it quickly that way. If you wanted to email it to yourself or to somebody else, then there's a button to do that here. It looks like a little envelope. And some other useful things on this page are the concepts and substances. Let's click to expand this. So this just shows some other concepts and substances that are involved in the article. We'll scroll down so you can see the substances as well. So the cited documents are down here at the bottom, and this is just the bibliography for the paper. If we go back up to the top, actually, there's another way to look at this, which is pretty neat. Let me close this up and scroll up. So if we click on Citation Map, it takes a minute to load. But once it is fully loaded, you've got an interactive chart here. So we were just looking at the cited references or the bibliography for this paper, and you can see those over here on the left in purple. Here's the document itself that we're looking at right here in the center, and then going forward to the right are the papers that used this as a source. So you can use this for some citation tracking, and it's very interactive and fun to play with. It could probably be its own video on its own. So I just want you to know that that's here, but we're going to go back to the article itself. All right, we've arrived back at the article landing page from the citation map now. So let's say that you've checked this out and you want to read this article in full. So to do that, you would click on the full text button. Since the PDFs aren't actually in SciFinder, it links out through our catalog and tries to find the PDF somewhere else. So once you click on full text, if you click find it, then it will do that search for you. And then we get to a page that looks like this, and unfortunately this looks like one that we don't have access to. So for this one, you would need to request it through interlibrary loan. Let me go back and find another one so you can see what that looks like. So I'm back at our search results page, and I poked around to find one that we do have the full text for. So we're going to click on this one here, number 5, and again click on full text and find it. And this is what the screen looks like when we do have the full text somewhere else. It says that it is available online through this link right here. Sometimes there will be multiple choices. In this case, there's just one. We'll click on this, and that redirects us to ScienceDirect in this case. It could be any of our databases that has the full text. And then you get that PDF button right here so that you can download it or read it. Okay, that wraps up this video. I hope you learned something today. SciFinderN has a lot of other search capabilities that we didn't cover. I mentioned a few of them at the beginning of the video. You can search for substances and find information on those. You can search for reactions and even for chemical suppliers. And that's too much for just one video, so I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.